morning, good morning. I went too soon. Anyway, I am Beth with Vintage Bandits Mercantile, and welcome to the VBM Studio today. We are going to be doing some really fun things. I have not done an Ultrabook journal in I don't know how long, forever. And so I made these with you all. I think last week we did this one. And it's just a book from the Dollar Tree. And I tied it up with a cute ribbon, and I'll put the ribbon back on there, but I thought, let's make an Ultrabook. How fun is that? So I have all kinds of fun things to use to make our Ultrabook, but I wanted to share a few things as well. So if you're just joining, I'm gonna wait for a second and see if my sweat will absorb into my skin. That's how it is. If I could just harness this heat, we could, you know, we could fix the world crisis. Seriously. So I have gathered all my supplies: ruler, glue, some kind of fold, you know, like a bone folder. I have one close by, but I have a lot of new products related to journal making that I wanted to share, and I've got a couple of things. So journal making is going to be the last thing. I'm going to talk about an event. Good morning. If you are local, this is for you. Or if you're close, this Saturday we're doing a really fun event downtown for sales for Mother's Day. So lots of people are doing different things. My girlfriend's doing a charm bar. My girlfriend is doing a thing for permanent jewelry special. And so you can bring your mini me, your tiny one, with you. From 12 to 2 on Saturday. I may extend it if we have more, but you can come in, and for $10, the two of y'all can work together, and it doesn't have to be mom. It could be grandma, it could be dad, it could be an uncle, it could be an aunt. We're not excluding anyone. But you're gonna make this cute little birdhouse for Mother's Day. So it's gonna be so fun. You get to paint it, then you get to decorate it, have all kinds of things. Whatever your creativity lets you do. Is that not fun? Super fun. $10, includes all supplies, and you get to walk away with the cutest little birdhouse. So fun. Also, another thing, I love journaling, I love books, and I'm going to be sharing my space with a bookstore, a bookshop. So anyway, I want to show, this is apparently all the rage. And I kind of see it, okay? This is we're gonna be doing this in the future, but I just thought I would whet the appetites of anybody who might be local that's interested, all right? This is so cool, and look at my fun glasses. I'm gonna have to point you down for this, but I wanna get it set up first. Okay, apparently, and let's pull in closer, everybody is bedazzling like their favorite books. Now, here's the issue with this one. The cover wasn't good, so I'm just doing the paper cover from one of my Outlander books. I don't read them. I just have the set. But isn't that fun? You just go in and you can do, if it's got a cool cover on it, they're doing paperbacks. So we're going to be doing lots of fun things. And tonight I'm having my first collaboration art class with Tiny Bird Bookshop. We're doing a collab, and it is going to be we're doing this chest of drawers. Let me grab it for you. But I wanted them to see it. So we're doing this tonight. Let's pull back a bit, shall we? I wanted you to see the jewels. They do not show up, but we're doing this tonight for a class, which is super excited. And again, I have another class for that on Thursday, which still has some room. So, but isn't that kind of fun? I pulled it close because I wanted you to see it, but you can kind of just do, you can just do anything. Oh, and there's the loose ones that I'm still working on. Anyway, so I'm working on a kit for that and all that stuff. Also, I'm bringing back, it's not the subscription box, but I am going to be bringing back the same thing you would get in a subscription box. It's going to be 1 yard of 10 different trims. And I'm going to do some with sari silk, with ribbon I find, whatever, and I'm just going to put it on the shop. I'll make an announcement. It's not going to be a certain time, just when I get them done. And it is $10, and this is solids. I'll do one that's like tie-dye or, you know, different things. But if you're running out of Sorry Silk and you don't want to buy 5 yards of the same color, which I totally get, I'm going to break it all down into sets of 10, and you can, I'll probably have 3 of these today. So go find that. That'll be fun. Is there any, okay. Now, journals. I got all kinds of new stuff from France, I think. So look at this. These are fun labels, and they are $8. I'm not sure how many you get, but they're fun. They're actual labels, y'all. Okay, and this is awesome. This is an actual newspaper from France. What's the year? Let me see if I can find a year someplace. I need to open it up, but it's old and vintage, and you know, it's pretty. They are $7. I think it's for a sheet. So this is on the website as well. All this is really cool. This is like a little photo document, and 1862. It is $14.95 for this one, which I understand is kind of crazy, but y'all, there, you know, it's original. So there, may not be your thing. This one's really cool, and it's hard for me to sell it because I didn't want to, but I'm going to. Look at that. See, I have one of these. One. And up here, look at that gloriousness right there. Look at that. It's 1888. It's some kind of something, and it's $23.95. Original. This purple is original. You can see this tie right there. You can see the wear. It's just incredible, and it's some kind of contract. I don't know. This one is from 1600. I think it's French. This one sheet is $18.95, but it is original. So, and it's, I'm not looking for the date, but it's writing, it's actual, so it's cool. Yeah. Okay. And then this is one big giant ledger page, and it's, I don't know if it's folded. I think it's folded. I may keep this one for myself. It's $4.40, which is really cool. Okay, so that's all the vintage stuff. And I only have one of these. I have several of these, probably like 8, I don't know. I probably have 1, 2, if I don't count mine, I have 4 of these. I'm not sure, I have a few of these, maybe 4 of these. This is 1 4. This is maybe 3 or 4 of this one, which is really cool. And then a few of these. So, and I still have some other ones, larger packets that have not sold. So, I'm probably going to keep this one and a newspaper. So, I need to go in and change that. If you order that, and it's not, and it's there, but it says not there, it's probably the one I'm using. So, sorry. Okay. Real quick, new stuff. That's not vintage. These are so cute dots. If vintage isn't your thing, look how cute. They're little dots you put on there. These are $4.99. This is a whole thing of ephemera. Super cute, fresh. There's a horse, so cute. And this is stickers that are lacy stickers, which are fun. This is $5.99. These are on the website. It's a new company I found. I want to know what we think, if we like it. This one's fun. This is a full kit. It is $16.99, and it's all about 4th of July, which is coming. And in it, you get the ephemera, and you get the stickers, and then all these break apart right here, which is fun. 68 pieces, and then you get 6 double-sided designs of 12 by 12, 12 by 12 sticker sheet, enamel dots, and ephemera packet. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, so I love that. And then this one is so sweet. This is Fairy Garden Big Bundle Kit, which is the same thing. You get double-sided. It is thick paper too, y'all. And then you get the fairy dots, which I have. So if you need more, it's similar. And then you also get I don't have this ephemera one. And then these are all stickers. So I think that's kind of fun. If you're interested in that, let me know. Okay, so, and we're doing journals today, friends. So if you, I would love for you to join. If you've never known, if you've never seen a converted book, altered book, converted book, same thing. If you've never seen They seem dirty to me. If you haven't seen anybody do an altered book, we're going to do that today. I'm going to talk you through it. I'm going to show you kind of how I think. And you kind of pull out a bunch of books, but you have to pull out a bunch of pages from it because you want it to be, what we put into it's going to open it up. So we got to give it some, we don't want it to be a crocodile. We want it to be, you know, normal. It's going to be fluffy anyway because when we add stuff, but we want it to be different. I'm kind of going to, like, I brought a bunch of different book pages. Pages from, not going to use that one, from my scrapbook paper. I also have digitals that I have printed, and we're just going to collage. And apparently this is about crosswords. So good morning, Tammy. I'm doing an altered book. Let me know if you've done one. Let me know if you've ever done an altered book. Say hello, because it really helps my engagement on both YouTube and Facebook. So I'd love to see you on both. And I can tell which one you're on because YouTube is red and Facebook is blue. Isn't that kind of cool? So that Switcher does that for me. So if you've never done an altered book, it's kind of a great way to get your feet wet for journal making. If you've ever wanted to make a journal, it's a great way to do that. So, all right. I'm just going to point us down. I'm going to go in and add me. So I'm a part of the team. I have my Sorry Silk. I'm not sure if I'm going to use any of it, but I can. I will also be doing like pastels, solids, different ones, but they'll be up. You'll see them. They're not there now. It's on the list today to do. All right, so this is a book on crossword puzzles. Who knew? And so I'm going to keep this one and keep this right here because it's intact. I like that. It's going to hold, and I'm going to keep this one, and I'm probably going to glue these two together just so that it will stay and give us, oh, Denise, welcome. Hey, Miss Lee, how are you, my friend? I've got to call you this week. We got to talk because I'm planning my trip up north to see you. It'll be after the shop gets altered. All right, all I'm gonna do is go in here and I'm just gonna add some glue really fast. You could use a glue stick. I did not grab my glue stick. So I'm just going to do this and I'm just gonna pull this across. Any kind of thing, any kind of scraper will work. So it's a hardbound. So it's from the Dollar Tree. So this gives this some really good kind of support. So now I'm ready to do, to pull some pages out. So I'm gonna leave this one here. We will cover it with something because, you know, let's leave these two and then we're gonna start right here. And what I do, I just like to take in my little ruler and take out like 6. Now sometimes there's pretty pages and you want to keep them. Mostly in Dollar Tree books, it won't happen. So this is going to be like our first pocket. And so we're gonna leave that. And then I'm gonna have like 2 pages that I can glue on for something. And then, so you can already see, you're pulling out the bulk of it so that you don't want to pull out too much because then you're going to pull your book apart. But this has, it has a separate one, so it's pretty well made. You always want to look at that too. Old books a little more brittle. Good morning, Nancy. Let me know what you think about altered books. Yes, I am murdering this book a little bit, but that's okay. And then I'll show you another little trick you can do. If you want to have like, we want to make this a pocket, I'm going to use some paper clips to show me where those are. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and clip this together. And then I'll know that there's a pocket here I need to go back and address. And then we're going to do 1, 2, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. So this is going to start the next pocket, okay? Because you want to let what we tear out gives us kind of it gives us the pouch area, I guess, kind of to do it. So yeah. And once you can, there's lots of people who do these. You can go watch this. And honestly, it's just kind of figured out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't even know what I'm taking out. Let's take out 7. Didn't even know that. Okay, so this is like my next pocket. And so this would be great to take like on a trip that you just want to stash stuff in, you know? So then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to leave 6 between that. This is going to be, so this one's going to be like a pocket that has like layers in it. So I'm going to fold this over like this. And this is going to be one pocket right there. If I can make sure I'm getting it even. This becomes, and then I'm going to take out just a couple. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Nope. Let's tear it with the ruler. It makes it so much better, guys. And this is just a ruler from the Dollar Tree because it's thin and it fits in there really good. This paper actually isn't super thin, so this is kind of a good book to tear out of. So then this will be a pocket that we can. If I can make it straight, I'm going to pull it back a little bit. It can be any size you want. Okay, like that. And then we'll cover that up, my mess up. What's new? So you can do any kind of pockets that you would like. And look, already, do you see we've taken the bulk out of that? And then these can just be journal pages. You can cover them, you can paint them, you can do, you know, you can do, there's lots you can do with it. So, pocket. And then we need 1, let's do 1, 2, 3 on that. And then this is gonna be another pocket. Let's let this be, I'm gonna do where you have, I'm not sure I'm gonna do it, but this is gonna be the front of that pocket. I've gotta think about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's use this, Beth. I think I'm always just gonna tear it out so easy and then it doesn't, you know? Come on. You can also use a, you can also use a X-Acto knife or a blade. That would work as well. And these can all become glue pages, y'all. Or, pages you use for gel plating. Yes, you don't have to do that, but I do that, Denise, because I like to have a little bit of bulk, and I'll show you what I'm talking about with it. So here is our next pocket. Now this next one is going to be a different kind of pocket, and I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one is, I'm gonna glue 2 pages together right here. Hey Terry, how are you doing, friend? How are you? First I'm gonna just fold this down and show you what we're gonna do. We're gonna glue it together, and then this is going to be, this goes like this. Hello. Like that, and then you have a pocket. And then you can do this one, which I'll just take 2 of these, like this, and then you fold it down. Okay, I'm remembering as I'm going. So then you glue these 2 down, and you have like pocket. Good, good, good. I'm glad you're doing well. Girl, I showed the video of me falling. So if y'all have ever seen the video of me falling like 5 years ago, my friend who's like, "Are you okay?" It's Miss Terry, right here. She yelled at me. It's like, "What are you doing?" All right, I'm just gonna glue these while I got it real fast. Glue that down. We want those 2 to be together. They're gonna be down, so it doesn't really matter. They're gonna be underneath it. I'm going to go in here and press. I will say sometimes with altered books you can get a bit of puckering. That's kind of the beauty of it, I think. So I'm just going to put a little glue here. I'm not keeping it on its side, so it's easy for me. And then glue this one as well, right here. I'm doing this fast. You all can totally spend a little bit more time, and I will touch this up when we come back to it. If you tear up here, that's totally fine. Perfection is not the goal. So this way you have like two pockets facing each other. So then what you're going to do, oh, that needs to be glued down a little bit. You're just going to take some glue across the bottom, and then you're going to fold it up together like this, like this. Did I have more than one page? Nope. There we go. I have got lots of pages I should have glued together, but I will fix that. Don't you worry about that. Don't do as I do, do as I say. I should have glued these two together. Let's do that right now. We'll do another one and I'll do it correctly. Yeah, how about that? Okay, let's glue that. And then you come over here, we just put a little dollop down, well, a little stream at the bottom. And then you pull it up like that, because you want it to attach. So yeah, so it might get a little puckering, but you know, that's okay. And I can go back if I want to leave these open, I can, or not. Let's put a little, this glue dries really fast, so that's the nice thing. It's the, you know, it's the quick and thick, that's gotta be fixed, but let's do that right there. And I'll fix it in later. All right, so that's half of my book I've already created. So now let's go back to the front and I'll kind of show you what you can do. So you can either go in and let's do all the pockets and then we'll decorate. So this is going to be just what I might do is double the pages. I can totally use this one as well, and it'll make it stronger if we do that. So let's go in, use the glue that's running. I'm just gonna glue the pages together. It just gives it some strength. I want this to be a quick grab, but you don't want to use a super wet glue because it just tends to, when it's a wet glue, you know, it just takes forever to dry. You have to pull out a heater or something, so you're done. And so I'm just going to go up here and add some glue. So because we got this space right there, we can then just add, so you could make it, you could have a pocket. I'm gonna do it on the side. It could be up here or on the side. I'm gonna do it on the side ones, and I'm just going to put a stream up here. It doesn't have to be, it can be kind of thick because it's a big pocket and we want it to stick really well. So there you go. And we're just going to pull this up. Kind of get that glue to move around. Sometimes I like to do it like this, just to try and keep it straight, you know, so it's not, if the glue does work, oozes out or something, it's okay. So you have, so now we have, there we go. I forgot to get my, hang on, just look at that. I need punch and like a paper rounder, and then I want to do a corner rounder. want right beside me. Hello. We want to make a little tab so we know that there's a pocket there and we can get into it. And I'm going to attempt to find the center, because you know me and measuring, it's so good. Not. There's too many projects to say that I'm not good at it. So it's like 4, it's 8 and almost a quarter, so let's do 4 1/8 is the center, which will be like, okay, I'm gonna eyeball the rest of it. Okay. Then I thought we would round the corners, because that is a different thing to do. It totally takes it out of being, you know, you're customizing it in lots of different ways. So there you go, you can do that. And then you've got a nice big pocket to start the whole lot. And once it glues, it's fine. Once it sticks, once it's dried, it's great. So there we go. And then we have little pages that we can make into journal entries. We can tear them out if we want to, if it's too much. Boom, there you go. Kind of fun. So now this one can be, this is a good one. I'm just remembering this one. This is the same type of thing where you fold it in. You're gonna fold it down like that. Try to get it straight. And then you're gonna fold this one in as well. So these are single sheets. I'm gonna do my best to get them even. And what you do on this is you just glue. Hang on. I'm just remembering them as we go. You know, I'm kind of remembering the different types of pockets as we are. It's been forever since I've done an altered book. And I thought, man, this one's perfect because the outside's already done. So I'm gonna do this pocket. So there's lots of different pockets. And you can go online and you can find a video on how to make altered book pockets. I don't want to waste your time on that. Just in one of our quick times together here. All right, let's see if this is kind of being even. If it's not perfect, that is totally fine. Because what do we say, friends? Perfection is for pansy. So I'm just going to give this a good little glue all the way around, because I'm thinking right now. And then we're going to glue this down. That's our flap. So it's got 2 fold, and it's a little stronger because we're doing that. Go in there, please, please. And you can always add paper to it if you want, if you need to beef it up some. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. And so for like $1.25, it's a great way to get your feet wet when it comes to journal making if you want to. It's not as scary as in having to sew in a signature. I mean, because y'all, it took me 2 years of watching video after video to sew in a signature. 2 years. And it wasn't even, you know, it wasn't a hidden signature at all, because those are so much fun. I watched that like I don't know how many times I watched it. I watched Nick the Booksmith on that one over and over and over. And then we're going to put a little ream of glue. There's a little stream right here and across the bottom. And then we're going to lift it up and attach these two. They're a little off, but that is okay, because when we decorate them, you're not going to know it. You can even cut it if you want to. So, and what these are for, I will show you. It's really cute, because then you can stick something like, that's way too big, Beth. That's just too big. All right, so let's just use this. It's a cute, you can stick things that you want to be seen right there. Isn't it? So it fits in like that. Nancy, you keep going. Don't get frustrated. Don't get frustrated. It's $1.25. You can use it to start a fire, okay? And look, it's kind of puckered right there, but I'm not gonna care. I'm not gonna care. I'm just going to cover it with some cute little ephemera or something. It doesn't matter. Don't get frustrated. You can just keep on. And look, how fun is that? So let's decorate. So I've got, look, already 2 pockets, and let's decorate the front of this. I was thinking this might be kind of fun as, they're not gonna match, but that's okay. A front cover page, or let's see what else we got. Let me see what else we have. I brought this out. I completely forgot I had this. I think I was supposed to send pages to somebody like 2 years ago, so we know about me and following through. But this is doubled, so not gonna be using that. It's a little too thick for that. This one is too thick as well. This is not. This not could be the back. So this is two-sided, double-sided, too thick. I brought these out here that we might put on the inside. There's no pink, but I could always paint them. So let's set that aside. Let's get another map. Since I've got one map, let's do another map. 2 maps on the front. And it doesn't have to be from, it doesn't mean you're traveling. It's just, you want 2 that match. I like this one. I like this one. It's like of Europe. Let's do that. And they got color on them. I mean, I love this one, but we don't want it to be that. Okay, there we go. Look right there. Perfect. And we're just gonna fold them in half, cut them, and trim them. Easy. I'm not doing anything. They're gonna be too long. I understand that. First thing we're gonna do is trim them for, do I have a pencil? Nope. We're gonna trim them just to fit onto the pages. So I'm just gonna do this. And I'm gonna guesstimate right here to fit onto the book. Like right there. Let's see, let's hope that's straight. Give myself some wiggle room, hopefully. Then, it's a little long, we'll cut that again. So, all right, let's trim it up a little bit more. Just a smudge. Just a smudge. Does that work a little better? Maybe. And then, so then we got to trim it. There we go. We want to fit this paper is what we could do. We could totally wrap it around this paper, that one. Yeah, and that's going to give us a nice little, so much better than that, don't you think? I think. Let's just fold this. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna scooch that in there, and then I'm just gonna fold this over so I know where it needs. Kind of gives me a little bit of a guideline to trim it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna trim it just a smidge. If it's too short, that's fine. Because it's kind of got some cream on there. Okay, what time is it? Ooh, 10:34. Oh, that's not straight, but we're not gonna worry about that right now. I can fix that with ribbon or anything. Okay. Or scissors. I have fabric scissors. We don't want fabric scissors. Okay, I'm gonna brag on myself a little bit because you know I'm on that Monjero, right? So I was able to wear the jeans I met my husband in on today 15 years ago. Yeah, they're a little tight. I smushed myself in there, but that's okay. They're comfortable. So now whether they look good, that's a whole different story. we're not gonna think about that right now. I'm going to take this glue and put it right down in here and do a little here and a little here, and let's secure this piece of paper right in there. And then once we have it kind of smushed in here, smushed is a very professional word, just want y'all to know. Smushed is the right kind of word. Let's fold it like that. Let's smush it that way. Okay, am I going too fast? Any questions? Because I can make a video, I can make a little video and slow it down a bit if you want me to. Oh, thank you. Nancy, I've been doing this, gosh, I think I started after my brain bleed, which is 7 years, a week from tomorrow. And my birthday, no, from today. It's on Tuesday. I'm crazy. Yesterday was Monday. It's 7 years from tomorrow. So I get to celebrate my 7th anniversary of my brain bleed survival. God is good. The blessing, the miracle that he has made of me. Okay. So I'm just kind of making sure that is hammering down in there. And we just want them to stick. And then I'm just going to go right here, and I'm just going to eyeball this, which is probably bad, but I'm going to do it anyway. We're just going to do it. If it's bad, I'll just get in there and sand it or something, you know? Get an emery board. Best sanders for things like this, y'all. You can get an emery board get a whole set at Dollar Tree. They're great little sanders. This looks a little tall right there. It's like sandpaper, but it's a, you know, they have sandpaper, but for things like this, you need like little space. You need to get in and to tight spaces, and I kind of like an emery board. I'm not going to kid you. It's kind of good. Also, I'm going to be posting some pictures of the book we did last week. Do y'all remember? I mean, the book. Hey there, good morning. Oh, thank you, Pat. Well, it's not by willpower, because I have none. It is all through medication. Yeah, I'm gonna just give it to you. You know, I've got good medicine. I just couldn't do it. I just could not do it. So I'm thinking I'm going to fold it over like that on this side. Oh, already so much better, don't you think? All right, let's add some glue here on this page, because we don't want to read about crossword puzzles and where it came from. We just want to do them, right? I mean, some people love it, and that is awesome. You go. If you want to research and understand where crossword puzzles came from, I'm not going to stand in your way. I'm just not going to do it. Yes, I'm going to, Nancy. It's the one I did. Maybe we did last year. So 2 weeks ago, we painted the table. It was awful. It did not dry good, so I let it wait. I waited for a couple of weeks. I did it yesterday, I think. I'm going to leave this the same, and then then I'll decorate. And this just gives us a little detail right there, and gives us a little weight on that front cover. Isn't that fun? Look, so boom. Yes, I'm leaving this as is. I'm not going to do that again. I might write something on there. I don't know. But see right there is France. So there's France, and this says Paris. So yeah, we're keeping it because it's cute. I don't want to do that again. So here's a pocket. Now let's do this back one again. I'm not going to do it again. It's the same thing. Okay. Where's that map from? It is from the Paper Studio Uncharted Cardstock, Hobby Lobby. On sale. Yeah. So we'll save that. So let's move on, and let's do, how would we decorate this pocket, which is so cute. So this is where, and this would be really fun. This could be, oh. Y'all, we're gonna go in here. We're gonna go down, we're gonna go back in here where we have like a couple of pages, and then we can go in and we can just add this. We'll cut it to match, and then we've got a pocket on each side. And we're carrying the theme through. I'll do that twice with those. But, so let's talk about, we want to, it's a little puckered, but that's okay. We want to, you could go in with paint, with watercolor, with, you know, anything, honestly. If you have some sheets made up, like look at this cute, I think this is, I was playing around. Anything that you've got that you like, you can make pockets out of. Let me see if I've got any digitals in here that would work. Any pages that I have that I want to cover with. This is fun. I don't know if this is exactly the look we're going for, but you could totally leave this blank. This would be a great journaling page. You could just cut out elements and put on that. I'm wondering if I have any in here. Or you can just tear it and add any kind of look you want to it. Okay, so this is like from a magazine. It's gifts, but it could be totally, it'd be a great backdrop. Like you could just glue on there, you know. So it can be anything. It can be a vintage paper. It could be digital paper. Just collage it and put that on there. You could paint over it. You could do stencils over it. It can be part of the background. It doesn't really matter. So it could be, you know, scrapbook paper that you have. That's why I grabbed my books, because my stuff is all over the place. I have stuff here. I have stuff home. I have stuff everywhere. I want to use that in there that we made I don't know when I made this, but this would make the cutest little pocket someplace. You know, like right on here. So you can just decorate the pockets any way you want to. Watercolor, glue on some old papers, dictionary pages. I'm looking to see what do I have close to me. I should have some stuff. I've got stuff stashed everywhere. Here we go. This may be some. I could take, and get some tissue. Hey Jeanette, how are you doing? We're doing an altered book, which is like a journal, but it's an altered book. So it makes it, we painted it, and then we went through and we ripped out some pages, and we're making a journal out of an altered book. And I'm just decorating the front of this pocket. So I could go in, I could even just use this old dictionary page, which I love dictionaries. If y'all have old dictionaries and you don't want to use them yourself, you can totally bring them to me. I would love it. You are fine. You're never late. You're never late. Cute stuff to be done, to be had. I'm going to review. So, and it doesn't even, you can just put it on there kind of like a collage even, you know, just kind of think about, it doesn't even, and put it upside down if you wanted to. You could do one that's coffee dyed. You could do anything you want to it. Still isn't short enough. Get a little more aggressive bit. And then you could watercolor it. Okay, so let's see how much we need for that. So what I might do is just keep this strong right here. I'm trying to do this without my glasses on. I couldn't see. I thought, what are you doing? You can't see. I'm like, I don't have glasses on. My cataract surgery was awesome. I just did not get the close-up, but that's okay. I am not gonna worry about it. Okay, let's just glue this in there real fast. I'm just gonna leave this so it's a little more durable and sturdy. It's really thin, and it will give, hopefully, maybe give the pocket a little bit of heft. You know, whenever you use something a lot, it's going to probably, you know, but this will give a little heft. It's not gonna be perfect. Let's just put this right here, and then I can collage and do anything on top of it. That kind of goes with, and I don't really have a theme. The only theme I've kind of got in there is we've got Europe map, and yeah, so yeah, that's kind of what we got going on. And I'm just gonna pull it a little bit like that. Maybe pull it back a little bit. And then you can, and that's a lot more pleasant, isn't it, than the other one? Okay, so let's refresh real quick on this, and then I want to just share the local things. Jeanette, if you know anybody that's going to want to do these, let me know. So this is the book we did last week with Tiny Bird Bookshop, because we're working on one of her little displays. And this is our cover. Here's our first pocket, so we could put tag, we could put anything right here if we wanted to. This is announcing our journal, so let's say we wanted to pull this out. We could put this up there and put a name on it. We can use these cute little tabs in there. We can use these awesome little tickets from the Derby. I've had these forever. My friend Virginia gave them to me, stick in places for little pockets. Anyway, so we've got that. This is our first pocket. It's not centered, but that's okay. So we can stash anything in there that we want to if you're going on a lot of stuff. This would make such a cute little pocket somewhere. I might have to trim that a bit, but I made this with alcohol inks and some paste with a stencil. It was so cute. Those are like birch boy. Okay. Yes, I am putting it right inside the book. Yes, so this is right here. So there's our pocket. Then this is another pocket we made, which is really good for, like, let's say tall things. If you were given this as a gift, you wanted to add some extra things, you could totally put this in there. You could take a couple of these sheets for extra stuff, fold them. They could coffee dye these, they could do anything. And this could be part of it. That would be fun if you wanted to gift one of these to somebody. This is a really cute pocket. You just go boom, boom, and then you have a little side pocket like that. Super easy. You just put the glue here. You glue the flap down, glue, glue, and there you go. And you can cover up the writing easy. And so then we have the rest of the book to do. This one is kind of a bigger, this has, okay, so this is like, these are bigger pockets right here. And so what I might do is I could, since I have that and they're not glued down, I could, well, no, that one's not, but I could turn this one into like a 3-pocket thing and do that. And then we have 1, 2, 1. Maybe. I mean, I could do that here and do this with the one behind it. And then we have like tons of room pockets right here. Do that. So just get in there. So this is not an old book. No, this is a brand new book from the Dollar Tree about crossword puzzles. So, and then we decorated the back. I'd made it just a little spring one and nobody bought it. So I thought I'm gonna make an altered book. Then you can just tie it up. I will probably glue this, attach this ribbon to it, and then it'll just tie over here, I'm thinking. And so if you know, vintage books are not as easy. Let me go full screen on this. Vintage books are a little more difficult because the paper can be super brittle. So if it's an old book and it's brittle, it's great for collaging with, but I don't use them as actual papers because they just crumble. They're good for like little pieces if you're making a little snippet or whatever. That's my recommendation for old books. So, okay, what's happening locally, which I would love for you all to come see me. First of all, we are, the shop is making a little pivot. I will be having I will be sharing my space with Tiny Bird Bookshop. It is a book that sells to It's chapter books. It's fiction and nonfiction with for grown-ups. So you know how you have a children's. It's like we have a children's book at the children's bookstore at the Amston, and then we have a grown-up bookstore here, but it's not an adult bookstore. All I'm going to say about that. Denise, this was last week. If you go back to last Tuesday, I'll drop a link to that. We did this last week. And I was with my friend Becca. We are doing, who was with me. So this is what's going on Saturday, because we have a big Mother's Day thing downtown Versailles. We'd love to have you. Yeah, totally. You can glue to anything. Okay, what's your name? 10 Light Star 01. I love your questions. Awesome. You could totally do that. You can do this. I murder books and just use them and sew in signatures. But this is like the next best step if you're just getting your toes wet with journal making, is to take a book and alter it. So yes, you can glue to anything, into any kind of book that nobody's going to use anymore. So awesome question. I would also say, I'm going to get back to what we're doing downtown Versailles. I would also say, go look up altered books on YouTube. There are so many amazing videos out there about altered books. So just put that in, do a little deep dive, spend about a day. And I'll be honest, I watched videos for 2 years. 2 years before I even attempted to make a journal. 2 years. Yeah. Because I was terrified. Why? I don't know. My brain was still a little damaged, I will say, because all this came out since my brain bleed. And, I'm 7 years next week, so... Right, you can't. Okay, so she said, could you glue paper into retired library book and use the cover? Yes, you can. So, so you can change the front of the book. That was last week. You can do whatever you want. If you buy the book, if they're given away at the library, if it's in your possession, you can do whatever you want to the book. That's your business, okay? Yes. Totally, yes. She said if you live near a tourism place, sometimes you can find hardbound advertising for free and use the magazine literature for crafting. I stop at every rest stop, y'all, and I get free paper. That's it. Okay, real quick, let me, and I'll take more questions. This is, if you live close to me, which I'm in Central Kentucky, this is for the Mini Me. It's a project that you can do. It can be a mom, it can be a dad. It does not have to be a mom. I mean, if somebody is missing their mom, or their mom's out of town, their dad could come and they can do it together, okay? Or their grandma, or their grandpa, or their aunt, or their uncle, or, or their godmother, or if they're a special person they love, this is for everybody. It's $10. It's going to be a fun experience that you get to have with them. And this is, you can create. This is just my sample. I'll have 3 different versions of this box. You can do to the school, to a birdhouse, Lordy Day. You can do whatever you want to it, which is so cute. And these are just leaves from faux flowers. I'll have this. I'll have paper. You can collage it. You can paint it. You can put your fingerprints all over it to make the roof. That would be super cute. Whatever you want to do. That's going on. Also, this week I have 2 classes. One tonight, one Thursday. Same thing. This is awesome. This is based on a book. Or if you don't want to do this, you can just come paint one of these. They're $45. I still have a few spots tonight. I think I have less on Thursday. So if you are interested, it's wood. And if you're interested, you can sign up and get here tonight. Foam rubber? Nope, it's wood. So and the flowers are faux flowers, but it's wood. So lots of fun things coming along. We're doing all kinds of things in the studio, and yes, totally. You could totally layer up. You can listen. I'm a paper fiend. You could do so many things with that. I love. She said I could see the birdhouse from layered paper glued together to make paper thicker. Totally. You could cut out. You could do circles with a paper punch, and that could be like cute little scallops for the roof. Oh, totally. Totally. That would be so fun. Maybe I'll do another sample. I may be adding something. I think a little smokestack would be cute, but this is a little birdhouse. Is a bird going to go in it? No, but how cute would this be on your mantle? Stacked on some books that your baby made with you together. This is going to be a really fun experience for moms and mini-me's, or if you want to send somebody to make it for mom, you can do that as well. Someone doesn't have their mom, if they're missing their mom and they need their grandma, their aunt, or a good friend of the family to bring them, we are loving on everybody. I don't have my mom. She'd be 95. Nobody needs that. I open my shop in 4 minutes. I have got to go. I love y'all. If you're in Central Kentucky, come see me. I am Beth with Vintage Bandits Merc, and we are in the VBM studio every day making things, but today I'll take a picture. I got to clean it up because I got a class tonight, so girls got to get ready. Thank you for spending some of your morning with me. I will be back next week at 10 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook. You can find me in all those places under Vintage Bandits Mercantile. I would love to spend some of your morning with you, or if you're in the replay, make sure to tell me that and share this. I would so love it. And I would like for you all to go out there and let's have a great day. Let's love on people well. Let's make a difference. Let's be part of the solution and not the problem. Let's just go out there and love people well. Go be the light. I love y'all. I appreciate everything, and I will be with you and talk to you again really soon. So